Okay, I posted the other day about my whole theory about how making it truly as an independent artist on TikTok, I feel like the odds are stacked against us actually, and that the record labels are somewhat in cahoots with TikTok in what content is going to get cooked and what content is going to get like not sent out. And based on the comments that I got, so many musicians echoed the same thing I've experienced, which is you can have every other post performing well, you add your music to it, you're getting 20 views. You're getting 20 views. It is like they are making it so it's near impossible. So I sat with this and I was like, well, but there's an exception to this rule when you think about the Paul Russells of the world, right? Right? Except, Then I started thinking about this more because Paul Russell had that song Boo Thing, which was great. But what I remembered about that, I remembered the viral moment that he was having on TikTok. It was everywhere. I also remember that he couldn't release that song right away. He went through quite a bit of, I guess, legal battles with the people who owned the sample. I think it was like a Sly and the Family Stone song or something like that he sampled. The only way that he ended up being able to release that song, you want to know how he released it? He had to sign with the label. He had to sign with that label to be able to release that song commercially because that label was like, no way in hell are we going to let you pop off like this and release this song without us having a piece of that pie. And so when I thought about it, I was like, the fact that he took off in the first place, is it that perhaps, hear me out, he hacked the system in a way because the sample that he used, perhaps TikTok picked up more on the sample that is owned by Arista Records. Arista Records, if under my theory, is in cahoots with TikTok, that song is going to be cooked more. So, like, for example, like when Selena Gomez dropped her album, if I put a Selena Gomez song on my track, my views were a lot higher. A lot higher. So, like, sorry, not on my track, but on my video. So, in the same way, is it possible that Paul Russell got around this initially by having that sample, that sampling a song that is owned by a label? So it cooked it. But then the label was like, whoa, 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 we don't fully own that. We don't fully own that. And then, I mean, the label won. they won. I wonder what kind of deal he got. And look, I know there are other exceptions. I know there are other artists who actually do break on here. But I just feel like there's something to this whole like in cahoots thing. And I think it's a lot harder than they think. And I think once a few people really did pop off, they tried to set it up so that, yeah, they want you to pay so that you can take off. They want you to pay for ads. They don't want people to organically go viral with their music. And it's just a shame. And I tell you, it doesn't matter how you do it because I have tried to Trojan horse this shit. And when I say that, I mean, when my White Lotus content was doing really good, I started doing this thing where I was like, okay, I'm going to put my music video at the end of my White Lotus content and be like, sponsored by me. When I tell you, I could have almost the same video. If it didn't have my music attached to the end of it, it was 20,000. Some of my White Lotus content got like close to 1 million views, okay? If I had my music on it, no way, 20 views, maybe 70. So yeah, it's honestly, it can be so dejecting sometimes. But then again, last night I put my music on and me and my son had a little dance party to it. And I was like, you know what? When I'm long gone, he's going to be able to play his mommy's music, hear her singing, I love you, remember dancing with me as a child to this. And honestly, if I never make it, that's enough for me.